Hitting driver longer and straighter can be done. These two drives that you can see both went 300 yards and pretty straight. So I'm going to show you one really simple change that improves your driver consistency and, all importantly, that distance increase. And the best bit, it has got nothing to do with changing your swing, buying a brand new $700 or £500 driver, a brand new premium $200 shaft or something like that. In fact, it's just a simple feel that you likely already use, just not with your driver. So let's get into it. So honestly, this is amazingly simple. I was told this by my coach a while ago, and I always love coming back to this simple tip because it is so amazingly simple. And I just remember the light bulb moment it gave me, and I know that that's the same for other people that have tried it too. Now, first things first, I need to cover a few prerequisites to this tip, and then I'll actually get into the feel and how much different it makes between using it and not using it. The basics: grip. You've got to make sure your grip is solid. No kind of fundamentals that aren't in place here. Okay, so I like to smash the ceiling too much. So whether you're overlap or interlocking, that doesn't really matter too much, but you can't have a weak grip. Generally, weak grips encourage weak shots with more loft. That means you're going to hit it right and slice, which is probably why you've clicked on this video in the first place. Your weight as well between your feet, and I'll show this when we get outside and hit some shots, but your weight distribution. You need to have more of your weight on your right side. For a right-handed golfer, you need more of your weight on the right to promote an upward strike. If you're on the left too much, then you're going to end up hitting down and it's not going to pan out. We'll get more into that. To help with that as well, imagine that this is your left and your right foot. The ball needs to be opposite your left heel. Not really far forwards, not past your foot entirely or opposite your toe. That's going to make it harder to strike as well, but much more towards the left. If that's something you're not doing, make sure you check that out. Now, these prerequisites, they all matter, they're important, but they are not exclusively why people might lose distance and consistency with their drives. They're definitely the bridge that will not enable you to hit good drives, but the feel I'm going to show you is kind of the cherry on top. And if you're a golfer at this time of year thinking about spending money on a brand new driver, a new shaft, brand new premium golf balls from all the major retailers, you know, Callaway, TaylorMade, some lovely new drivers out, but if you are looking at spending $700 or $800, you know, £500, that sort of mark on new things, then these prerequisites matter even more. So then, here's the common mistake that so many people make with driver, and I was making too not that long ago. I've been having lots of lessons on my technique, on my iron technique, and getting the fundamentals really solid. And obviously with an iron, generally, you keep your weight over the ball, you want a downward attack angle, and you're very much led with your hands into it to create that downward blow. And that's great for an iron because it squeezes the golf ball at impact, it shuts the face down, and it gives you really good ball speed and control. But when you do that same thing with a driver, you're kind of doing the opposite of what you want to do. My coach always told me that you have an iron swing and you have a driver swing. So this is the feel that helps you bring out of your iron swing into your driver swing. With our iron swings, we stay over it and we're kind of trying to keep the face shut down through it like that, aren't we? Ball's much more central in our stance. So if we're like that, we're going to be getting high 2000s, maybe into the 3,000 or 4,000 on spin because that face is open and you're getting a downward strike. So what is this feel I keep talking about? Well, it's the idea of being in a bunker. Imagine you're putting it opposite your left foot and you're trying to really keep that face open and flop it open. So you're coming into it at impact. You want that sensation of the head overtaken, so you pop it out. It's just that exact same feel. So with our driver, we want, hopefully that's lined up, left instep, and we want to hit up on it. That sweeping sensation, let the head overtake your hands. So now, I'm not pulling on the handle anymore. I'm going to set up with the ball opposite my left heel. I'm going to keep my weight a bit more on my right. I'm going to make sure I've got my strong, at worst, neutral grip. And then as I hit through, I'm going to make sure I try and get that head to move past the handle. It's that flop feel. Let's hit a few of these. There we go, that was the best of the bumps there. As you can see, you see in all of them, the strike is so much better. They're not massively wild. That one was lovely. That one there also demonstrates you don't need to be super fast. That was only 159, 160 ball speed, but that's carried over 300 yards. If you get all the launch conditions right, you can easily achieve a lot more distance. So just from those few different shots there, you can see how much difference this can make. And I think it's also why so many golfers, and I've done this as well in the past, I think it's why so many golfers fall into the trap at this time of year when they're looking to improve their game and they start thinking about new equipment, buying new drivers, or they start switching to different golf balls that might be faster where they think they're going to get a bit more out of it. Or in fact, they just spend hundreds of dollars or hundreds of pounds on a brand new shaft like this. I definitely didn't do that in the past. If your strike pattern and your technique of what you're trying to achieve, which with a driver is trying to launch it high, if that isn't there, then it doesn't matter how much you spend on a brand new driver or golf ball or shaft, it's not going to help you. But honestly, just look at the difference. The couple of shots I've hit there, kind of pulling on the handle, you can see on the averages behind me or in front of me, wherever it is, compared to using the flop shot method with the driver and really helping increase that angle of attack. You can see how much launch goes up. You can see how much more I'm able to close the face and square it up so it keeps my shots tighter. You can see the ball is hanging in the air longer because I'm getting such a more consistent strike. And it honestly works for any speed. I've got friends that swing at 90 miles an hour, 100 miles an hour, 110. There's people that swing faster than me at 125 and 130. If you use this flop feel with your driver, it helps so much. You will always pick up distance with it and consistency. So please give it a try. Let me know in the comments how much distance and accuracy as well that you pick up from trying this. Golf is always more fun when you hit better drive. So I really hope that this feel helps you out if you're struggling with your driver. If it did and you want to help me out a little bit, I'd really appreciate you hitting the hype button or even the like button and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. The more you hype and like, the more this will get fed out to other people and help other golfers. But right now, YouTube should be recommending you a couple of my other videos. They know what you like, so I suggest you click on them and I'll see you in the next one.